set for kickoff here at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens.
Please welcome your 2026 Baltimore Ravens.
Under clear, sunny skies, we are ready for football. And we're off from Baltimore. LeJohntay Western to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
Could be the first and more. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. They'll be led out by the Louisville products. I know those folks are excited for him, as are the folks from Texas Tech and Oregon. Here's Tyler Shuck.
Kate, it's really obvious. Tyler has nothing to prove about his dedication to the game. And he put his body on the line collegiately. He got that covered across a 7-year career in a couple different stops. Evaluators, they love grit, and Tyler's got a lot of it.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down.
That's good for a Saints first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Saints
well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Here's Shuck, first and 10. It's into the hands of the rookie from Arizona State. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's Etienne on first down. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
I I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 3rd down.
That penalty moves them 3 away from the marker. 3rd down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Chuck on 3rd down. He's making a bid for it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 10 yards.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Might be able to start their game with a score here, Brock. This is 1st and goal. They'll run, ETN. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up at 2nd and goal. On a keeper, here's Shuck. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
He was taken down.
These guys better change up what they're doing on the ground here, Brock, because this defense has seen right through it these last couple of plays.
Yeah, we bang the drum all the time for staying on schedule. This is the epitome of being off schedule.
This needs to find the end zone, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Smith able to put it through. And that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Here's Wester on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Has him on a quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. This one is fair caught, but let's see what that flag's all about. This drive may not be done.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
This drive should have been over, partner, but running into the punter gives him new life and this first down. Tight end in motion left. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Jackson, quick pass wide. And they nearly picked up the first down with that effort. Ball advances to the 45-yard line.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And they make the stop. I'm going to say about the 37-yard line. Give him 8 on that one. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of the defense.
The designed run, Jackson keeping it. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
They put Flowers in motion right. This is Henry on 2nd. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Jackson now on 3rd. Sends this to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
56-yard attempt.
This is running out of gas, and it's going to be short. Looked like they had issues with that snap. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Hey, whether it's a good hold or not, the process is the same for that kicker. He's going to catch some unfair blame on this one, Kate, because it was the snap that just set everything off. Not accurate enough, and that left the holder scrambling to try to get his job done, and none of them, unfortunately, could.
First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10 from the 43. Off the play action, Chuck. That's caught by Chris Olave. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Motioning him from the slot right. On 2nd down, it's ETN. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Rough snap. He did not get much into it. And this is going to wind up short. And they are unable to double their lead.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. On the ground to begin this drive with ETN. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
18. That's good for a Saints. First down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Saints first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. So that brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
He's trying it right side with ETN. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Throw here, 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
I think we're all a little surprised he was able to convert that try. It looked like they were not going to be able to get the ball down with that inaccurate snap. I don't talk about poise a lot of times for a kicker, but he just showed it and paid dividends.
Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Here's Western on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Pistol snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd down now. They need 7. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He was looking for Zay Flowers. And that takes them to 3rd down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Rocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And they could really use a good one here. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Saints come marching onto the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They'll toss it to Etienne. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, here's Shuck. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. He is down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
1 quarter away so far. It's the Saints setting the pace so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Shuck now from the gun. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
On 2nd and 10 now, here's Shuck. Gets him on the in route. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running back sent in motion. Shuck working from the gun. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And they are unable to make this a 2-score game.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. They'll motion a tight end left. Throwing again is Lamar. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Lamar now from the gun. Making the call himself. He'll have the 1st down and even more. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. Looks like we can call it back 4 yards in the end. Quincy Riley up to make that stop.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the pistol, Henry. His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Sanker in from the secondary, making that stop.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Changing it up here. Jackson. He's able to hit Flowers. Caught. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Justin Reed with the tackle.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Lamar off to play fake. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
For the Ravens field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
Oops, knocks it through. And it cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Ty Chandler to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Saints then running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal trying to miss the mark. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They're going play action. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Throwing. Chuck. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions have made this 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
3rd down, here's Shuck. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
So on fourth down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. Back for the Ravens, LeJohntay Wester. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
The tight end in motion now. From the gun, a run for Henry. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Tackle made just shy of midfield. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Jackson. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Taz Walker touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That is Tyler Loop, now on for the extra point. And he's off the mark, no good. Some troubles for the rookie early here as he misses on the extra point. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. From the pistol, he can run with ETN. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation, but even more, better execution.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long for him here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into the hands of Walker. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield strike. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Out of the gun, Henry. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Running once more with Henry. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Jackson trying to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Baltimore 1st down.
Football that's come to life more than the QB sneak. We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. This time it's a passing play. This one falls incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Now here's Lamar. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And now it's 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Flying down the middle with Henry. That one good for 8. Now they've got 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
3rd and just 2 to go. Another run for Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. Ravens holding the lead inside of M&T Bank Stadium. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Makes the score Ravens 16, Saints 6.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go down. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Shuck. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Kate's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Shuck's going to throw here. Connecting on the slant. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Ravens going with a dime package now. Third down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he goes, third and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
On again comes Ryan Wright for another punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Snap comes in slow, and they block it! And with the recovery there, that is exactly where possession's going to be turned over.
Pretty easy for all of us to just simply focus on the block, but this is one of those situations where the problem, well, you could trace it back far earlier. Yes, the snap was accurate, came out clean, but it was too slow. There was not enough velocity, so that punter was left out there hanging dry, and he paid for it.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now second and 10.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Here's Lamar. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
That score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Here's Luke for the point after. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead.
Saints 6.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. And we're down inside a minute to play here in the second quarter, but that is enough time to get a drive together. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Chuck working from the gun. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Shuck, 1st and 10. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Here's Shuck. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. To throw again here, it's Shuck. Short pass brought in. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Pistol snap here to Shuck. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Tried getting it to Chris Olave. So that brings them to 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Now they send their back in motion right. They'll air it out on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Ryan Wright on to punt. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. Hopefully they've drawn something up here, Brock, because not a lot of time left to get this inside of field goal range. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Brought in right side. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Lamar now from the gun. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down. Well, this one's interesting, right, Brock? It was a good play overall defensively, but you still come away maybe a little upset knowing a pick would have taken away a field goal try altogether.
And that's what they're thinking defensively. And offensively, as a quarterback, you take a big old sigh of relief. Thankful that that mistake didn't cost you points. Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. He's back to throw. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. He'll throw it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He's got it inside the 10. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Chandler now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to start this 3rd quarter. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. We'll start the second half with ETN. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Roquan Smith, again an All-Pro last season, there for the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Chuck now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, we kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Motioning one of the tight ends. 3rd down, here's Shuck. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shuck with a quick toss out wide. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
brings up
I wish
second
everybody
and
had the
12.
opportunity to feel how
36
fast that
yard
decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Throwing it again here. Here comes the screen for ETN. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and 4 coming up now. Shot to throw. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And it's going to be second down.
True story, Kate. After practice one time, the head coach in the NFL said, "I'm done with my fault. I'm done with my bad. No more of that tapping on your chest." That was an example of the quarterback delivering a perfect pass, and the receiver, do your job.
Ravens get him. Down he goes. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
And it's a nickel set for the Ravens. Third down. Man in motion, headed right. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
They'll send out the punting unit. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Lamar off the play fake. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on first down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. From the gun, Jackson. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So they're left facing third and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Jackson now, third and long. Gets it downfield. a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's a give for Henry. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's Lamar. This one's to Andrews outright. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Lamar's going to keep this one. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pass pulled in by Henry. And he's out of bounds behind the line, so that's going to add a couple yards on to this third down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
5 men in the secondary for the Saints. Third down. To the air on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First and 10 now from the 46. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Shot working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to try to avoid having a second one blocked here. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10 from the 32. Now put one of the tight ends in motion. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. A draw now, this is Henry. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. Third down coming up.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third down, they need 7. Third and long, they're going to throw. He's making a bid for it. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On first down, Jackson. Dump off caught by his back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he's stopped just shy of that first down at the 28. Third down upcoming.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Henry's going to try to pick it up. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have fourth down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up fourth down and 1.
Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This will be a 44-yard look. Loop knocks it through, and that extends the lead to 20.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Motioning left is their running back. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Shuck's going to throw here. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. To throw, Shuck. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
Even on third and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force the throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
Punting unit out now. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. First and 10 from the 32. Gets it here to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Jackson looking to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered kid on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now it's Lamar. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Their punter making his way out now. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Saints come marching onto the field. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up. Shotgun snap to Shuck. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, he might complete 99 out of 100 of those short, simple routes to the tight ends. Even the shortest and simplest of throws, well, it's due to end up in a drop at some point.
Still at the 40 here, second and 10. Shuck now from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Brought in inside the 20. There it The Saints shrinking the lead some in the third. Chris Olave with the touchdown.
I know you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
For the extra point, here's Smith. The XP is up and good. And the Saints drop the lead back to 13.
26. Saints 13.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Western on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Ravens trotting out their offense. That last touchdown given up cut their lead to 2 scores as they get started here. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Henry. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. It's Henry on the counter. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll air it out on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. The Saints and Chris Olave ready to take over once again on offense. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Slot man motioned over. On play action, here's Shaw. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Throwing now out of the shotgun. This is a heater going deep. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue, and that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Shuck. He's loaded another one up. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, a run for Henry. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
It's a gain of 20. And
3/4 in the books from this one. The Ravens have the football, and more importantly, partner, a solid lead. One play in, and they are already close to midfield. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Has him on a quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. We get to Henry on the inside handoff. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd and just 2 to go. They run. Here's Henry. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
On now comes their punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. The Saints and Tyler Shuck just about ready for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Now Shuck to throw. Now here he goes. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Saints. First down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Going to the ground again on first. Winning there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Trying the air now. Here's Shop. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are smaller. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Ryan Wright's the one to send it away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Baltimore running its offense out now. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with Henry. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
This is Henry on 2nd. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Lamar now from the gun. Ooh, put some air on with this one, right side. He's got it inside the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Lamar on the offense staying out there, Brock. They're trying for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Keeping it on the ground. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is. That came right up to the doorstep of success. Nice play, though, to make some contact and stop him a yard shy of the conversion.
Yeah, these defenders, they just want to get to that next play. After you give them a touchdown, even if it's not their fault, right? Snap and clear. And that hyper-focus and extra motivation led them to sniffing out that call and being able to react just in the nick of time.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Returning it from the 4. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Chuck. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw, Shuck. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football, even from the best at every level. Nothing more to do but shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be right back your way.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Now, can't blame them looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. He's got it to his running back. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out. He's going to carry on.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Shuck now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They kick the running back in motion. Completed over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield, motion him right. 3rd down, here Shuck. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You see this all the time. The #1 thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. To throw again here, it's Shuck. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. That type of play right there, Brock, who do you credit more? Are you crediting him for making the catch or the quarterback for putting just the right touch on that football?
Are you asking me the quarterback or me the analyst?
The unbiased observer of football.
Sure. Well, the quarterback's going to say, that's all me. That's a beautiful arc. Don't you love that touch? The receiver's going to say, yeah, but I'm the one who brought it down for you. The answer is it's both, and that was awesome.
For the extra point, here's Smith. He's good on the extra point effort. And the Saints shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Saints 20.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Wester on the return. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you, because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. And he's got a free play here. Gets it to him on the screen. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 3rd down.
All right, so the penalty helps him out. Now only 6 yards needed on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Flushed out of the pocket. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore 1st.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Out of the gun, Henry. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Running once more with Henry. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Here's Lamar on the sneak. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle. Get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's decision time for the offense after that one. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, you better be very careful going for it again.
Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. This is running out of gas, and it's going to be short. Looked like they had issues with that snap. And that keeps the lead at 12.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense, running out in need of 2 quick scores.
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play action, Chuck. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shuck working from the gun. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
First and 10 from the 43. Trying down the middle with Henry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
From the gun, Jackson. Drop this one down for Henry. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on defense.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Another run for Henry. Fights his way through a tackle. And the 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pistol snap to Jackson. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Now bring the tight end in motion. Running for it. Here's Henry. And that's a stop. The offense stayed out there on 4th, but now they're headed off after they turn it over on downs.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here, Kate, but it's never over till it's over.
The New Orleans offense set to go now. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Chuck now from the gun. On it, and he nearly picked it. Oh, couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. And this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
And he's going to line up in the red for this play, back at the 8.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, there was no way that defense was going to pass up on that opportunity. I dare to say that was the most energetic and frenzied we've seen them all game. I don't think they could believe the offense would go for it that deep in their own territory.
A touchdown all but gifted to them here as they take over 1st and goal. They send a tight end in motion. Out of the gun, give to Hill. Well, the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Jackson keeping it himself. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
He connects on the point after. And the Ravens go up by 19.
Ravens 39, Saints 20.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Saints to the line now. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Shuck. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
From the 24 once again, it's second and 10. And motion him out of the backfield left. On second and 10 now, here's Shuck. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Hey, listen, drops happen in football. It is a part of the game, even for the very best. Nothing more to do about it now than shake it off and move forward, because the next throw might be coming right back your way.
Now throw, third and long. Across the line, he's going to run for it. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Saints trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. To throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10. Here's Shuck. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is second and 17 after the sack. Now Shuck to throw. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion, because now you're staring at third and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long for him here. Trying to push deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. They'll throw for it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
We've set it down from the 37. Hill now from the gun. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. But you're going to have to pick up the pace.
At the 35-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Hill again. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
So it ends as a win for the Ravens. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, your friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.